Sometimes there may be things that are worse than death. And the worst strokes sometimes raise that question.
Alicia and Matthew met in high school. I think they already knew that they wanted to get married, and they were planning the wedding for the last 2 years.
Every time they talked over the wedding, what they wanted to do, and their lives.
One day at work, I all of a sudden was really, really dizzy. I remember trying to get up, and then I realized my leg didn't work.
I got a phone call from her coworker, and she's saying, "You need to get here right now. Something's really wrong with Alicia."
I just saw Matthew just begin to crumble. His Alicia getting in an ambulance to go to a hospital, and nobody knew what was wrong with her.
I remember talking to the head doctor. He said, "Miss Marshall, we've looked at your films, and it appears you had a stroke." At the time, I was only 25, and 25-year-olds don't have strokes.
And the word stroke just ripped through me. For me, it means paralysis, it means speech impediment, so many things that they plan for their future could very easily not be happening for them. And my heart broke.
The brain is a very complicated organ. You've got 100 billion different computer chips, all talking to each other, thousands of conversations every millisecond. When a stroke hits, it's a blast of lightning, and the entire network goes down. You have a complete meltdown. The stroke she had was where all of the wires come together, the heart of all the major networks in the brain.
As soon as I saw the images, I knew she had injury to her arteries.
Her MRI looked like a black chalkboard with white paint just speckled all over.
Alicia had a series of 6 strokes before coming to UCI.
She was making noise but wasn't talking. And I realized that she couldn't speak.
What I was trying to do was just to talk to him and couldn't. When you have someone standing at your side saying, what's wrong, and you're saying it, screaming it in your head, and nothing's coming out, that was more scary than anything.
She had another stroke. She had a blood clot lodged at her brainstem. They intubated her and carted her off. They said that they had to operate on her immediately, that any time was too much time.
Without the surgery, she would have died or be locked in for the rest of her life. So I called Dr. Stuckey one of the best surgeons in the country for stroke.
She either had 15% chance of surviving with the operation or 0% chance of surviving without it. How do you take your wife's life and go, okay, well, 15% sounds good enough?
We're just praying.
There was a need to write a goal for Alicia. That's when I wrote on the board to walk down the aisle.
They had to thread a fine wire through the arteries in her upper body to reach her brain to retrieve the blood clot from her brainstem. We all were gathered in the waiting room. After 2 hours, Dr. Suzuki came out.
The first thing he did say was, "She made it through."
She made it.
I'm not sure what would have happened to Alicia if it had not been for UCI and the amazing things they have done there. I don't know if any other surgeon besides Dr. Suzuki would have even possibly taken the chance to do that operation. I remember Dr. Yu saying to me, "Bonnie, she was so young. We have to do everything we can." And we did.
In the darkest moments of us being there, the staff at UCI was always there for us and ultimately saved Alicia's life.
And at that point, we felt if she made it through the surgery, she could take it all the way.
The only date that she had in mind, it wasn't the date she got out of the hospital, it wasn't the date she got to go home. The date she had in mind was June 24th, her wedding day.
She was gonna walk down that wedding aisle no matter what.
I was gonna walk down the aisle and I was gonna do a first dance, a real first dance.
So she just fought and fought. She was going to have her wedding.
It was a very special day for all of us when they got married. That was the day that was supposed to be. It was their day.